Scientists don't quite know what to make of a new discovery. They say they have found a new planet in our galaxy, but it reflects almost no light and it's blacker than coal. Harvard astronomer David Kipping is one of the scientists who made the discovery. He joins me via Skype from Cambridge, Massachusetts tonight. Good evening. Thank you for talking to us.
Good evening, Brent. Great to be here.
So tell me a little bit about this planet and how you found it and why it's so important and so unique to you.
Well, first of all, actually, this planet has been discovered in 2006, so it's not really a new discovery in of itself. But what is new is that we used a new space telescope, one launched by NASA, called Kepler, and Kepler has a very sensitive camera. So we decided, instead of trying to, detect this planet, can't do that, it's already been detected. Let's try to characterize it, understand a bit more about what it might be like on this planet. And specifically what we were trying to do was to measure how bright the planet was, or as it turned out, how dark the planet was.
So what makes it so dark? As I understand, a planet should reflect light from the star that it's orbiting. But in this case, you found it almost doesn't reflect any light. Do you know why that is? Does that tell you something about what it's made up of, or what's going on there that it doesn't really reflect the way it should?
Yeah, that's a good question, and to be honest, it's kind of an open question brought out by this result. We know that it's kind of expected that lots of planets similar to this one should be, fairly dark, less than, say, 10% reflectivity, as we would call it. But this planet is, as you say, less than 1%. It absorbs 99% of the light that hits it. So it's darker than black paint, it's darker than coal, and darker than anything else in our solar system. So it's got a head scratching as to what on earth could be causing this planet to be so dark.
Right, and there's a lot of people that have heard of black holes, but this is not a black hole, right?
No, this is not a black hole. A black hole is a star which has collapsed in on itself towards the end of its life, and it only happens, quite rarely, really, to only the biggest stars in the galaxy. This is a much smaller object. It's about the same size of Jupiter, and it's going around a star. And as you say, it's being bathed in light from this star, but it's essentially reflecting hardly anything back. It's just absorbing all the light and really emitting it as heat.
Right. Now, I also understand that scientists are looking at other things, they're called dark planets, but in those cases, they're just planets that are floating around out there. They're not orbiting a star. They're just out there. So this is also different than those.
Yeah, that's right. And in fact, if you're in a spaceship flying by this planetary system, you would be able to see this planet. It wouldn't be completely invisible to you. There would be a sort of a red glow to the planet because it's so hot. It's about 2,200 degrees Fahrenheit as a result of being so close to its star. So you would see something. It would be like, when you take an iron out of the fire and you see a red ember glow coming off it. But that's about it. There wouldn't be any reflection. There would be no clouds visible. There'd be no other colours coming off it apart from this red glow.
Very good. Well, David Kipping, I thank you for taking a little bit of time to talk to us tonight and share your work. Good luck on figuring that one out.
Thank you very much.